Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Modern Mystic Radio Show. My name is Mystic Saira and we're on A1R Psychic Radio Network, the world's #1 psychic radio network, and we're on Moonstruck TV as well. If you would like to get hold of me outside of this, it's easy to do. You can go onto my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or you can find me on Facebook under Mystic Saira and Modern Mystic. And if you like those free readings, I do a free live psychic session on the Mystic Saira page, and I've just started running promotions where I'm basically offering everybody the chance to win a free 1-card reading. So if you want to get involved with that, join the Facebook page, because that is where it's all happening. Okay, so I will be going to 2 callers today, so I'm really looking forward to seeing who we have coming onto the show. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about the law of attraction. So we just had the bank holiday weekend, Easter weekend. So perhaps you've been thinking about what it is that you want to manifest for the rest of the year. You know, it's about new beginnings, fresh starts and all of that. So maybe with the law of attraction, you have practiced many of the techniques that are known out there, like vision boards, focus, visualization, meditation, affirmations. But what do you do if it doesn't go your way? Maybe here's a thought for you to consider. Maybe what it is that you're trying to manifest in the way that you believe it will come about is not actually the universe's plan. And maybe the universe has a better plan for you. And maybe the way in which it's coming about is you're completely on the wrong track in terms of your visualization. So let me give you an example. Recently, so about a couple of days ago, you may have noticed I've moved home, and I was thinking, right, okay, so what's next? Now, this is always my big question to the universe, and normally within a couple of days of that, something big comes in for me. So I did that probably about 2 or 3 days ago even, sorry. 2 or 3 days ago, and I just thought, well, what's next? Maybe I'm just supposed to take it easy. Maybe I'm supposed to put my feet up and not do an awful lot. Well, the universe had a different plan there. So what happened, I'm going to tell you this little story of how the universe works its magic. Okay, so I've had a few ideas that have been floating about, wanting to get sort of known in this new area, because I'm from Hampshire, moved to Shropshire, nobody really knows my name. So what do I do about that? Not really had a clue, really. Did a few promotions and stuff like that. But on another note, I decided, right, okay, I would really like a new dressing table. So I go onto eBay and I find my perfect dressing table, which is completely silver, it's gorgeous. Go to the owners of the dressing table, start having a conversation, tell them what I do for a living, tell them a little bit about me, and I get this email after I've picked up the dressing table. They're a lovely couple. Now, it just so happens that the husband in that couple is a chairman of a local radio network. And he has just offered me a spot to promote myself, so totally free of charge. And this is the way the universe works, with the option of perhaps running something regularly with them. So that just goes to show how the universe can work. Now, I could have sat there and dreamed up ways that I could get onto a local radio network or into the local papers, and I would have been completely on the wrong track. The universe has brought it in a way that I just wouldn't expect. And what I love about this as well is that normally when things come in such an unusual way, you know that it's the universe speaking back to you. So whenever I say, what's next? I'm always quite surprised with what the universe answers to that question. So maybe you want to give that a go, and maybe you want to rethink how you go about your manifesting, because sometimes it's a little bit easier to let go rather than to really focus and visualize how you think something is going to turn up for you. So maybe it's a new job and you're, applying for these jobs and you've got your heart fixed on this one particular job. Maybe that's not the one for you. Maybe the universe has got something else. So just leave your energy completely open to the universe, so you can co-create in a far better way, in a way that perhaps is more magical than you can dream up yourself. Okay, so good luck with that. I'm going to go on to my first caller, and we have Debbie, who is in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Hello, Debbie. Can you hear me?
Hi there. How are you?
Hi. I'm really well. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I'm wonderful. Now, do you have a question for me this evening?
Now, do you need me to have a question, or you just to go with the flow and see what comes up?
I can go with the flow, but we do have a limited time. So if there is something in particular you would like me to look at for you, now would be your opportunity. Otherwise, we can just go with the flow.
Okay, we can go with the flow.
Right, okay. So let's just see what I have coming up for you, and your energy as well. Okay, so the two areas that I feel are subject to change for you over the coming months are number one, work. And number two, I feel like I've got some change going on within the area of home or property. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I do, when I'm looking at the whole work area, so I feel here there is, I'm being shown here, it's almost like a sense of recognition and reward for your hard work. And I'm being shown that coming in over the next 8 weeks. It feels as though certainly over the next month, I get you toying with the idea. It's like you become a little bit sort of comfortable with where you are at the moment work-wise. And I feel like you are looking for your next challenge, if that makes sense. I feel as though I've got itchy feet here, so, you want to get moving. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I want to give you the next 8 weeks in relation to that, because I feel like I have got an opportunity opening up for you. What it doesn't seem to indicate necessarily is that it's somewhere completely different. That doesn't mean it's not, but I'm just not feeling that that's where it is. I feel like it might even be coming within where you are at the moment work-wise. Now, I do feel that coming up this year, it's the opportunity to almost like remodel the whole area of home here as well with you. Now, I am getting the month of October coming in for you as well, so I feel like it's further into the year. So were you thinking of doing a house move or making a change like that?
Absolutely. I actually am working on my house now. And I hope to be moving into it within the next couple of months, not in October, but in the next couple of months. But you're right, I am going to be. It's within, where I'm currently living. But yes, we're different.
Okay.
That is correct.
So are you waiting for an offer on your house?
As a matter of fact, I already have a contract on. Well, I'm going to be selling the one I'm moving out of. And as we speak, I have a contract on another house. So, yeah, there are a couple of things going on. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I feel really drawn towards this like contract or proposal here that's around you at the moment with the home. Is there also work being done to the home that you're moving into?
Yes, that is correct. Major work on
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, because my feeling here, so when it's done, I just feel as though it's coming in as being perfect for you. Does that make sense? So I feel like in many respects, it might not necessarily be the dream home, but it's somewhere where you know you are going to be very happy. I'm also being shown here like it's closer. It's like it's closer to some really important people in your life. Does that make sense? So you're moving closer to someone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a really important element, but the most important element here is that when you cross over into this new home, I do feel, is there a number 10 in the address where you're going to at all?
No, but you know what? Where I'm moving from, there is a number 10. It's 1017. And where I'm moving to is 2811. So there is a 10. You're right. I mean, where I am currently, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's just maybe this is where I was getting the October from. I was getting the number 10, you see. Now, what I also feel here, so we've got the house change. We've also got the work change, which feels like it's it's something that's more than what you have at the moment. But I'm also being drawn towards what looks like a soulmate relationship as well. Is there somebody in your life at the moment?
No, but there's someone that I'm waiting for. And his name is Sean. I have been waiting for him for like 10 years. And I'm hoping, and I'm glad you said that, and I'm hoping that that's him, because I got a divorce, and once I move, I'm going to be by myself. And I'm hoping he's going to step up to the plate. I'm hoping that's him.
Well, like I said, I don't feel like it's coming in as somebody that's, brand new. I feel like there is a connection with you already. Let's just see what we've got here, because I feel like this whole area of love with this person, or the connection with this person, has caused you quite a lot of stress, I feel, and it's so confusing as to what it's supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, that it's more than a friendship. You know that it's supposed to be. You know what the emotions are behind the relationship. They're very pure, they're very strong, and they're pretty indestructible as well. So even if you were to try and walk away from it, I feel as though you wouldn't be able to. And let's see what we've got here. I want to focus in on... He doesn't seem to talk, or he doesn't seem to talk much, or share his emotions, or tell you how he feels. I get this.
He don't talk a lot, but he did tell me he loves me. No, he doesn't talk a lot, you're right, but he did tell me he loves me. That was it. That was a year ago.
I certainly feel that the changes coming in to your life this year are going to enable you to be almost like in a different energy, okay? And with that energy, so after these changes, this is where I feel like the whole element of love comes into your life, okay? And I do feel that it's him. I feel like he's, when I'm looking at him, I feel like he has been under a lot of pressure. There has been a lot of stress. There has been a lot of worry, and I feel that he does have that sense of going within and being withdrawn. He has his moments where I feel like he goes completely off the radar and then pops back up again. I feel as much as you can't walk away from him, I feel that the same applies where he's concerned is that he keeps on getting drawn back to you as well. There's something changing both in your life and in his life that will enable your relationship to go the extra mile this time. My feeling here is that you've got to both shed your former skins and step into, if you like, your new identities, your new energy. And then I feel like I've got you to actually being able to forge a pathway ahead together. I've also got commitment around this relationship as well, going forward in the future too. So it feels as though everything is about to start to fall into place for you this year, instead of it being such a struggle.
Yeah, you made my day. You really did, because I tell you something, even with my house, you know, the plan was to renovate it and stay here 2 or 3 years. But you pretty much told me what I need to do is just stay put, you know, and I'm glad. I appreciate you very much. So, yeah, you made my day. Mm-hmm. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay,
you
thank you. Have a good evening. Okay,
and
thank you. Do the same. Take care now. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye for now. And now I'm going to go on to my next caller, and we have Elizabeth, who is in Woodridge, Queensland. Elizabeth, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can.
Hi, welcome to the show. It's wonderful to have you on. Do you have a question for me this evening?
I do have a question. Hello, everyone. My question is, I think I'm stuck at a crossroads and I don't know where to go. I don't know if I'm right or not, but...
Okay, so you've got a crush, is that right?
I'm on a crossroads.
Sorry, you might need to say that again. You've got a... Oh, you're at a crossroads.
Okay,
oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. So let's just see what we have coming in for you around that. Right. This does feel like it is a big year for you in general. Now, the two areas I'm being drawn towards here. So I feel like I want to say there is a change within your career or what you're doing, but I'm also being drawn towards love on a very, very big scale here. So which of the areas are you confused about? Is it the career side, or is it more the love side, or is it both?
No, it's love, it's family, it's life.
Okay, family and life.
Who do I love, did you say?
Sorry, was that family and life, did you say?
Family and love, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, the love element here is very, very strong here with you. And what I'm being shown here is, right, so if I'm tuning into this correctly, what I'm being shown here is like there's a bit of a head and heart conflict going on with you at the moment. So my feeling here is that your heart is saying one thing, but your head is perhaps saying something else. Does that make sense? It's like you don't know whether to follow your heart. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does, a little bit.
Yeah. Now, even though I feel, so it's almost like the road that I get for you, doesn't come without its challenges. Okay, I feel that relationship-wise, this is going to be a very big time for you. I'm also being shown a sense of, I don't know why, but I want to say you need to wait before making your decision. I don't feel like you're waiting for long. I want to give you around 4 weeks before you are 100% sure of which direction you want to go into, okay, when we're looking at your future. As I'm stepping more towards the summer, this is where I feel like everything starts to fall into place for you. My feeling here is that I still feel like I've got you waiting for the outcome, and this is to do with the love situation that you've got. I feel that from your perspective, it's unclear as to what the other person wants or feels. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and this is why I feel that you need to give this a little bit more time before making your mind up, or before it makes itself, that pathway makes itself obvious to you. You know, my feeling is that, like, intuitively, because I do get you as quite an intuitive person, you are sensing and feeling the changes before they've presented themselves fully into your life. And it's almost as though you're going through a small transition phase before you step onto your correct pathway. And each time I sort of look at it, what I am being told here is to follow where your heart is drawn, okay? I feel that at the moment you might not necessarily be getting all the answers from the other person, but I feel that you will, okay? I feel like I want to say trust yourself. So even if it's a relationship that is yet to unfold and maybe even start, I feel that it will do. You know, I cannot get away from the fact that there is going to be a major work change for you as well. It might not be what you are looking for at the moment, but when I look at this is a real gem of an opportunity. So I feel like the two elements of your life, where I'm looking at work and your direction, plus love and getting the love that you want from the person that you want, those two things are going to be falling into place for you. I do see that.
Well, okay.
Yeah, carry on.
I was gonna say, should I keep the baby?
Should you keep the baby? Let's have a look. I'm going to pull some cards out specifically for that question because it's a very big question. My feeling at the moment is that the feeling is that you want to. Does that make sense? Let's see what we have. I feel like the answer is yes. I'm not telling you what to do. It still remains your choice. But that's what I'm being shown here for you. Okay. My feeling is that despite the fact that this child has come in, but perhaps not the most ideal time for you, I do feel like there is a sense of destiny around it. You know, again, I won't tell you that you must do this or you must not do that. But I feel very strongly that this child is actually meant for you.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Does that make sense to you?
With the baby?
Yeah, does that make sense to you?
Could you repeat that one more time? I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Does that all make sense to you?
The phone cut out. Can we repeat it?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
About keeping the baby. What was your advice?
Oh, okay. My advice was, you know, as far as the cards are showing to me, that this child is meant to be. You know, I'm not going to tell you to do something or not to do something, but I feel if I'm going to say a yes or a no, I'm going to give you a yes with this one.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. It wasn't made out of love, that's all. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that if you're worried about what kind of mum you'll make and what kind of life you'll be able to give, I feel that you'll do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
All right, you take care and goodbye for now. Right, okay, so that's it for me for this week. I shall see you the same time next week. Once again, if you do want to get hold of me, you can through my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or through the Facebook pages Modern Mystic and Mystic Sarah. So I'm going to wish you all a good night and a good week ahead, and try out those law of attraction techniques I mentioned earlier. I'll see you the same time next week. Goodbye for now.